Well, here we are on another Friday and ready for another Friday fishing forecast. I do want to touch on something though. This last week I released a video and I gave some GPS coordinates, and there's been a few people that have wanted to try to ruffle the feathers and comment about, oh, those numbers are in 24 feet of water and you're fishing in 45. Well, let me explain something. This is a broad area. I have about 8 waypoints in about a 300-yard circumference in this spot. So there's multiple different areas that are within this GPS number area. Why I did this is because it's going to help you as a fisherman go out and find your own numbers. This will allow you to move around and locate the different types of structures that are there, because there's ledges on the edge of the shipping channel. There's small little rock piles out in the middle of the channel. There's hard bottom. So there's actually quite a few different areas within about 300 to 500 yards of that GPS number that I gave you. So some people were trying to say that I was doing this to benefit myself. How am I going to benefit from it? My YouTube channel is close to 10,000 subscribers. By the way, thank you very much, because when we hit that 10,000, as of right now, we're 150 away. So as soon as we hit that 10,000 subscriber mark, we're going to do that, pick another name for the giveaway. So I want to thank everybody for participating in that. But I'll tell you right now, if you go to socialblade.com, you can look up any YouTube page and they'll give you the numbers of what a YouTube page makes a month. And I'll be honest, if I maybe make $200 a month on my YouTube page. So I'm not benefiting from it at all, from getting 10,000 subscribers. So it was done as a selfless act to try to help people go out and find new areas and catch fish. Now granted, there's a lot of people that were very appreciative of this, and I really appreciate the comments that you guys have given back to me on that. But I just kind of wanted to raise an awareness of some of the things that I got back from it. I got some backlash, which is fine. I probably expected it anyway, but it is what it is. So again, I just want to thank everybody for all the support that they've given us so far. So enough on that rant. I will do it again in the future. I will give out another number. It's just, I wanted to do this to help people be able to go out and find their own spots. So let's move on from that and let's talk about this weekend. This weekend, tomorrow's going to be a little choppy. I think Sunday's going to be a no-go. Sunday they're calling 15 to 20 and it's just going to be ugly. So I think the day that you have is and plus Sunday's Easter, so I think it's better time spent with the family. But if you can get out on Saturday, definitely get out on Saturday. I think the fishing is going to be pretty decent. You're just going to have to watch where you fish because of the winds. They're going to be coming out of the east, so it's not going to be horrible on the south shore. It's going to be worse, you know, over near Pinellas and places like that, because that east wind blows right into that shore. So let's talk about the tides. Okay, on Saturday we have a high tide from 5:13 at 1.30 feet, and then we have a slow outgoing tide that comes in at 9:01 at 1.03 feet. So it moves 0.27 feet in about 4 hours. So it's going to be a very slow tide. So if you're fishing for grouper and snapper, that's a really good tide to go out and fish, especially because we've got a minor in that, and I'll go over the minor here shortly. Then we have a high tide coming in till 3:28 at 2.37 feet. Now that tide is going to be really good for inshore. And then as you top out on that tide, on that high tide, and it starts to move and go out, which is going to be a really strong tide, we're going to have a major. Now let's talk about the majors, or the salooners. On Saturday we have a minor feeding time from 9:59 to 10:59, and then we have a major from 5:02 to 7:02 p.m. that minor is going to coincide with the end of that slow outgoing tide. So I think it's going to be a really good minor for grouper and snapper fishing. Not so good for inshore because of the fact that the tide's really not going to be moving too much. So if you're going to go out in the afternoon major I think is going to be really good, especially for inshore fish, snook, redfish, trout. The major is from 5:02 to 7:02 p.m. So if you're going to go out later, then that's definitely the time that I would hit. Now let's talk about Sunday's tides. At 6:40 we have a high tide at 1.16 feet, and then we have a low tide almost 2 hours later at 8:27 at 1.13 feet. So you can see that it barely moves at all. So if you're going to be fishing in the morning for grouper and snap, well, I wouldn't recommend it on Sunday because it's going to blow. And then we have a high tide at 4:01 p.m. At 2.35 feet. Now the minor for Sunday is 10:50 to 11:50 a.m. and then we have a major from 5:59 to 7:59 p.m. Now again, if you can get out, I definitely would get out on Saturday, because on Sunday, as I'll show right now, the winds are going to be incredibly high, so it's not going to be safe. They'll probably put off small craft advisories, so I definitely wouldn't want to get out there and battle that. So if you do go out in your boat, just make sure, if you're going to go out and party and things like that, don't raft up to other people. I'm still seeing it, and I hate to see it, because I don't want our boat ramps to be completely closed down. Don't go out and raft up with each other and do things like that. Just go out and have fun. Go out and fish. Go out to your own little sandbar. There's plenty of places where you can stop the boat, get in the water, enjoy the water. Again, I want to thank everybody for all the support. It's still so overwhelming for me and for Chad. You guys have been great. I can't even thank you enough for everything that you've done, and we want to continue to do the things that we're doing to help the fishing community. So if you guys have any questions, if you have any videos that you want to see, just let us know, because we're always looking for new content and how I can do things a little bit differently. So if there's something that you want to see and it's within our realm of doing, I definitely want to do it for you guys. Again, thank you for the support. If you want to buy jigs, line, anything like that, you can visit TampaBayFishingChannel.com. We appreciate it, and we'll see you out on the water.